Thursday, December 8th. I'm GHK Lal on Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM. Welcome to the National Outlook. As we go into the program, I'd like to pause and say thank you to Joshua Van Slytman, Kevin Smith for helping along with the technical aspect of the recordings of these programs, which are done a week in advance, and to the Kaieteur ownership, Mr. Glenn Lal, for making these 5 minutes available. It's very well received, and I hope that you who are in the audience, coast to coast in Guyana, find them interesting, find them of help for you to understand what is going on here as we look behind the headlines and express a viewpoint, a thought as to where things are. And this is where we are with, believe it or not, here it is again, the Cheddi Jagan International Airport. From last Thursday's edition of Kaieteur News, December 1st edition, President Ali to spend millions more on CJIA Airport says we should have had a better airport. Yes, sir. I happen to agree with that. I haven't seen it for a while because I haven't traveled for a while, but I have people who have traveled, people from my home. After all the hundreds of millions of dollars that we have borrowed and spent there, we should have had a better airport. And let me say this. For the PPP to point a finger at the coalition and the PNC government, that'd be totally off the reservation. That'd be wrong. This project started under the PPP before the coalition came to power in 2015. It came 70%, my understanding. A lot of the money was paid out and very, very little of the work was done. Some progress was made there, and now we're back with the PPP 2.5 years later almost. And we seem to be spending money, or reports of money to be spent, on the CJIA airport. Millions here, millions there. Now we have the president talking about more millions. This is a black hole, a deep hole, a bottomless hole, this airport. What is it, a new terminal? First is with the landscape, then with some baggage business. This thing is sucking us dry. This is almost, the airport is almost, the Chinese built airport is almost like the American Exxon contract. One sucks out all the money, another one sucks in money for the airport, and we are just hemorrhaging. We are just hemorrhaging dollars. I mean, we can't be this backward. What is it that the Chinese are doing there? What is it that we really want? Why is it that we have this airport just going on and on and on endlessly? I remember Bishop Edgell, the Honorable Minister of, Public Works, came out and made a big speech about we are going to lay down the letter of the law and we're going to straighten out people who think that they can pull the wool over our eyes. Those are my words, but he said something to that effect. 2 years later, a year and a half later, we are in the same sick, stupid place. We are spending money, and we have an airport, an international airport, that is a far cry from what it is, but a real international airport. Look at the ones that, look at Piarco, look at Grantley Adams, look at the other, Vera Bird, and I forget them now, and Lester Pierce. We're not going to go to North America. We'll stay right here in the region. Those airports have been around for a while. They have extensions and constructions. We have been languishing with this airport, being dragged down, and the airport is dragging us down with more millions. So I think might start with 50 million, you're going to hear 75, and before we know it, we're going to have to spend hundreds of millions more to get whatever it is that President Ali and the PPP government has dancing in their heads for what means, to use the president's words, we should have had a better airport. Well, whatever his vision is of a better airport, it's going to cost us. Well, as a matter of fact, it's going to cost you the taxpayers. An arm and a leg, and if you don't look out, your head also. These guys are playing with your head. This airport should have been done, wrapped in a ribbon, have a big party, lots of cameras, story over. Next plane lands, next plane takes off, everybody's happy. We can't do that after all these years, after all these millions. We are in the Stone Age. You are aware of that. We are in the Stone Age. We're still in treetops where airports and governance are concerned. I'm GHK Lal on Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM. Thank you for listening to the National Outlook.